When Ohio State linebacker and team captain Cody Simon was awarded the team's coveted Block O jersey after practice Saturday, Simon became just the fifth Buckeye and the second non-Ohioan to receive the jersey that honors Bill Willis and represents, quote, toughness, accountability, and the highest of character, end quote. Simon joins Jonathan Cooper, the first recipient of the Block O in 2020, when the NCAA allowed the number 0 to be worn by different positions. Thayer Munford earned the honor in 21, followed by Cameron Babb, Xavier Johnson, and now Cody Simon exchanges his number 30 for the most desirable of all jerseys in scarlet and gray. And we're excited because Cody Simon is our guest for today's big interview. Cody, let's get right down to it. What does it mean to you to be honored with the Block O?
You know, it really means everything about, coming to Ohio State. Since I've been here, I've seen all the other Block O award winners, and, you really try to emulate and see what made those guys so great, such great leaders and such great people. Whether it's like Cam Babb or Jonathan Cooper, I really try to model myself after those kind of leaders and really try to be, take parts of them and be kind of like them and try to take my own way of being a leader. And I'm just thankful that my teammates and my coaches, have noticed that and really appreciated my kind of leadership.
How would you describe your emotional state when it was announced over the weekend that you'd be wearing that jersey?
It was definitely emotional. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and a lot of, being around my teammates and a lot of struggle, a lot of pain. And, a lot of that coming to, kind of one moment of, like achieving something that you kind of dreamed of doing your whole life. It got pretty emotional, but I was super thankful. I'm super thankful for my teammates and all my coaches.
What happens to the number 30 this season?
I think I already decided to, but I'm going to put that on the back burner. I'm going to wear the Block O because I just think it signifies so much more for the team, and having a leader be able to wear that and for the meaning of the jersey, I just think it's the right thing to do.
Does it get hidden in your locker? Do you give it to a family member? Where does it go for the course of the year?
The 30?
Yeah.
I haven't really planned that yet. It's all happened really so fast. I'll probably have my mom still maybe wear it, or she'll have like a double jersey. I don't know what we'll do yet. So we'll figure that out by the time the season gets here.
With how much I know you already expect of yourself on an everyday basis, what else is required for the guy who wears that Block O?
I've actually thought about that a lot over this past couple of days. Like what do you have to do differently because you've gotten this honor? And really what I've always come back to is just, the reason I got it or the reason I was awarded that is from just what I've done consistently every day. And I think that's really what I want to really continue to do. Whether it be the guy who does more film, does, more extra work, I just want to be that same guy who was given that honor. It's all the hard work. It's the leadership. It's the bringing guys together. I want to keep doing what I'm doing and allow this season to keep going and keep being that vocal and emotional leader for the team.
Had the chance to text back and forth with your position coach, James Laurinaitis, an Ohio State legend who's also a friend of mine. I asked him to describe you. He said you are, quote, a coach's dream and a, quote, unreal leader. So how did you develop your skills, not just as a player, but as the kind of guy who teammates rely on to show them the way?
I think I get a lot of my, skills and ability as a leader just from watching other people. Growing up, my brother was my leader. He played college football. He's in the NFL right now, and I've learned so much of what I know now is what I've learned from him, especially my parents. They've all been such great impacts in my life, whether it be in sports or out of sports. And so really, I think what I've done a lot throughout my career is, watch the people in front of me and take parts of them that I want to emulate in myself. And, whether it's leaders that came before at Ohio State, like, Tuff Borland and Pete Warner, I've really tried to, take on everything that I've seen them do and make it into my own. And I think that's really helped me be a good leader. And, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to be a better leader. But, that's the process of being a football player and being a linebacker.
You kind of set the tone for this year's defense before last year ever ended, being the first guy to say, I'm coming back for another year. I'm going to use that final year of eligibility. Then 8, 9 more guys who could have declared for the draft on this defense decided to follow suit and do the same. How confident were you that guys like JTT and Jack Sawyer and Denzel Burke would follow your lead?
You know, that kind of decision is such a tough decision for all those guys. Maybe even tougher for them because some of those guys were higher draft pick potential players. I have so much respect and gratitude for those guys because that's a tough decision, and they're really making a decision based on their career. But I think we all had that sense of that pride, and we want to be able to leave something here that we don't leave it better than we got it, and I think we wanted to finish it off really well, finish off this next season, and there's a lot left on the bone for us to go and really trying to finish this season. And I'm so thankful those guys came back because they are also the biggest leaders on this team, and the younger guys on the team are looking forward to them to lead, and as well as am I, because it's not an easy thing to do to make a decision to leave money on the table and come back and go through all this hard work and grinding. And I'm so thankful that they did decide to come back because it could be a special year this year.
All right, I know it doesn't come down to one game. You guys want to win them all this year and win a national title. But how much did that pair of gold pants that guys don't have right now drive some of those decisions, in your opinion?
I would say it's probably everything. It's probably the main reason everyone wanted to come back. It's something we do here every day. So when you put all that work in and you don't see the results, you want to do something differently, and you want to go and finally accomplish that goal. And I would say it's the only reason people really came back. So, that's what we're aiming for, and that's what the goal is going to be.
All right, Cody, Coach Laurinaitis tells me we share a love for the New York Giants. You're a Jersey guy, I know. Who's your favorite all-time Giants player?
Favorite all-time Giants? I would probably say it would probably be like Justin Tuck. I used to watch that defense, and I think a lot of times they carried our Super Bowl games and Super Bowl winnings against Tom Brady. Even though Eli had some great moments, I think our defense was really the X factor in those games. So, he's a really good player, and I actually had the chance to the opportunity to meet him when I was younger playing Pop Warner. So it was a great opportunity to see him there.
All right, let's finish here. I got to see 4 Giants Super Bowls in my lifetime. You probably got to see 2. For this team to win the Super Bowl of college football and the national title this year, what's the number one thing that has to happen?
You have to be a tough team. When it gets down to the end of the season, that's all it really comes down to it. When it's December, it's cold or whatever, like being able to finish drives, finish games, and we talk about it all the time on our team. It's just being able to be that tough team at the end. Who's going to get those extra yards? Who's going to stop the offense? So that's really what's going to come down to.
Cody Simon will wear the Blocko for Ohio State this year. Great representative for not just Ohio State in the Big Ten, but for college football as a whole. Cody, congrats on that honor. Wish you and the Buckeyes the best of luck throughout the course of 2024.
Thank you so much. Go Bucks.